Hello, drummers. So, hello, Shen. I got this request from Alex that he didn't know exactly what to practice on the practice pad for this Christmas week, and so I thought I would make a video, and it had to be a silly video, being me, to all of you, maybe just giving you a bit of directions on what you could and mostly should practice. So this is my DW snare. This was the first snare I ever bought, and it was a 600 euro snare that I bought with the tips from my grandpapa back in the days. It's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, here's my practice pad that you've heard before. What you should do is to look at the rudiment PDF. And by the way, I've been doing all these Google Drive folders for you. I hope you've checked them out. I'm still missing, I think, 3 or 4 of you to do, but it will be done very soon, hopefully today. And it's just a privately shared folder where you have all the ideas, songs, the situation updated with the lessons, the situation updated with the payments. And so yeah, you have everything in one place, and I hope it's gonna be helpful to communicate even better. There are some basic stuff you should do every day, because it's okay to not play drums for a while and, you know, live your life, gather some other life experiences. But what you need to do every day is to practice your technique, because once you have new ideas, you want to have the way to express those ideas on the drum kit. Plus, you don't really want to practice technique on the drums because it's loud as fuck, and you don't want to associate the drums with something that could be boring. And so differentiating these two activities, it's fundamental, I believe. So to start with, you can just warm up with doing one hand at a time, even without the metronome, and just decide how many strokes you're gonna do per hand. A good way of doing it is to start with 1 note per hand and just progressively go higher in number up to maybe 8 notes per hand, not 8th, but 8 times the right, 8 times the left, or even more than that, just to also be able to perceive how many notes you're doing every time you play with every hand. And it would go something like this. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then come back 7, 6, and so on, and just slowly bring it up to speed. And so on, until it gets quite fast. And remember always to bounce back. And don't do this or stuff like this. You always want to have the 2 sticks at the same height. Now once you've done that, you go through the rudiments. Some of you know more rudiments, some of you know a bit less rudiments. I would start anyway with the single stroke roll, so it's just an alternation of right and left like we did today. But you can start very slow without counting the number of strokes and progressively go faster ononce you've reached the maximum velocity you can reach, and even a tiny bit faster so you feel a little bit of pain, but not too much. Keep it there for 10 seconds and then slowly slow down. Don't go from super fast to super slow. So this process should take quite a long time. I'm gonna speed it up because the video shouldn't be extremely long. And it goes something like this. Let's suppose that this is your maximum, keep it, and then slowly slow down. When you play slower, you can go higher. When you go faster, you want to be lower the height. Then you do the very same thing with double stroke roll, so it's 2 notes per hand. Again, from very slow. Slower than this, I'm just making it faster to not shorten the video. So again, let's suppose this is your maximum. Keep it. If you can go faster, do it faster. But it doesn't really matter. And then slowly down. Okay, once you've done that, you can put a metronome and decide on which kind of subdivision you're gonna play. So it could be either quarter note, 8 notes, 16 notes, 30-second notes, and of course, don't get scared again as we talked about 30-second notes. Just put the metronome slower, but it will help your mind to conceive how to play more notes per beat. That's a nice skill to learn. So let's suppose I'm gonna just do the metronome with the foot. It's gonna be 16th notes. It's gonna be taka, 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 4 notes per beat. Okay, now it's easy, perfect. Let's go a tiny bit faster and see how much you can do. So then on a piece of paper, write down what's the BPM that you've reached today, and then tomorrow it'll be a challenge between you and yourself to beat your record. Just do this once you've fairly warmed up, otherwise it could be dangerous. One other idea could be just to do one hand at a time for a fairly long time. So do that, of course, also with the double. You do the same with all of the rudiments, basically, just deciding on which subdivision you're gonna play. Another idea I was saying would be to do maybe 1 minute per hand. So just decide also BPM and just do 3, 4, 1. And just keep going. After 1 minute, now if you practice the triple stroke roll, this would be 3 notes per hand. Bring it fast, keep it there, and slow down. And if you want gonna do this with the metronome. It should be either 16-note triplets or 8-note triplets. So for those of you who know, in triplets would be 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and in 16-note triplets would be 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and for those that are a bit more advanced, you could of course do it also in 3/4. And if you do it, maybe send me a little video of you playing that in 3/4. Could be also 3/5 if you want to hurt yourself and your brain, or 3/7, or 3/ anything, maybe 3/11, but that I wouldn't know where to start with. And just keep going. Look at the rudiment page and just go with the paradiddle. Double paradiddle, triple paradiddle, paradiddle, diddle. Those of you who know the buzz roll, same thing. Decide the subdivision. Play it without the metronome, bring it up to speed, slow it down, or decide the BPM and the subdivision and try to bring it up to speed. Other ideas of practicing would be many, including of course sight reading, but as for the majority of you, this should be more than enough for the Christmas week. So I hope this was helpful. Send me all your questions. You can also send them in the chat. Maybe some of you can answer. This would be a fun activity to do. And then I wish you a Merry Christmas and keep on drumming. Holy shit.